We'll start. Following are certain characteristics of businesses. Out of the above, what is the option that contains only the characteristics of partnership business? Balamu, less legal requirement. Is that so? Partnership have less legal requirements there? Yes. Yes or no? Yes. Fine. Continuous existence? No. Okay, so you don't see perpetual succession in a partnership business. Unlimited liability? Yes. Merge with firms in industrial sector? No. Paying taxes by business name. Is that a character? Paying taxes by the business name? Yes. Yes, right? Yes. Ah, okay. They pay taxes but they pay taxes on the business name or owner's name. If like partnership, okay. So they pay the taxes on owner's name because they also don't have legal person, not only sole property, even partnership also the same. Okay, so we can't take either. So D, I think there's a small mistake. What's D here? So I think D is correct. So it should be A, C, D is the answer. So what does D states? Can someone say fully? Mutual agreement. Okay. So they had to have a mutual agreement. Fine. Okay. So obviously, yes, they had to have a mutual agreement. Partnership goes with an agreement, right? Yeah, correct. Okay. So answer is the second one. Question 9. So again, same with the alphabet. Horizontal combination strategy. Horizontal means a business in the same level are connecting to each other. Simply competitors are combining each other. So what's the answer? People who are in the same industry, same level. Yeah, B. Okay, it's horizontal means B. We'll go with the easy one. Conglomerate means not at all connected business. One industry is connecting with another industry. Food with clothing. So it's A. It's A. Good. Vertical backward. Vertical means, guys, they had to be in the what same supply chain. Backward means a business who is behind you. AKA maybe a supplier or someone. So what's the answer? D. Ne? Okay. Vertical forward means a business which is in front of you in the same supply chain. Maybe your seller, maybe a retailer who is next to you. So it's obviously distributors. Yes. So answer should be BDAC. BDAC, second one is the answer. Okay, second one is the answer. Mm, do we have fill in the blanks? Yes. An amount to be paid by a franchisee to the franchisor as a percentage of gross what? Yeah, we know that is royalty payment, obviously. That's a payment made by the franchisor. So royalty payment is mostly made on what? As a percentage of gross sales. From the gross sales only, they pay a small percentage. Okay. So gross sale, not profit, it should be gross sales. Huh? Fine. Uh, any other questions? 31, 31, 31, 31. Yeah. Two types of business organization that aims profit but not compulsory for registration. Easy one. So two businesses are not compulsory to register. One is sole proprietorship, but the other one, yeah, good. Partnership businesses. Partnership business. Okay, easy one. Part two. Part two. Do we have questions? Yes. Since the price of input of bakery products have been increased, a bakery owner decided to find additional capital by forming a partnership. Describe four advantages of decision. So they're asking you the advantages of what here? They're asking you the advantages of partnership business. So he was running a sole proprietor. Now he needs extra money. So he's planning to form a partnership. So can you say me some advantages of partnership business? No, dear. Gross sales killer tamai liya no Nesima. Yeah. Okay. One advantage of partnership is correct. You can get more capital. Okay. You can get more capital. Fine. Any other advantages? Good. Collective decisions ganna puluvan. Fine. Then you can share the losses or the risk. Very good. Okay. You can share the losses or the risk. And next, cost reduction. How it's an advantage? Cost reduction. How? Any other advantage of partnership? Collective decision can share the losses and risk more capital. Then you can share the liability. Yes, correct. You can share the liability also. Partners can share the cost. What cost, man? Utilize. Ah, good. Okay, you can use the skills of other partners. Okay, that's a good one. Yeah, collective responsibilities. Good. Production cost. एक करना पड़ेगा. Yeah, that is also somewhat okay because when you get more capital, you can purchase more products, input. So yeah, prices can reduce. You can earn a discount, bulk discount करना पड़ेगा. Yes, correct. That is also somewhat okay. Yeah. So these are some advantages, but don't just write one word. Make a small sentence. Okay. Fine. Next. Sirivali established a firm by investing 50,000 to produce ladies' handbags, caps, and other ornamental products using banana fiber, which is widely available in his area. She recruited three unemployed females from her area by paying 800 per day after providing training on the given products. Also, arrangements have been made to market her products at tourist hotels. So, give the social and economic benefits of this business. So, what's the benefit this Sirimali is creating for the economy? So, say me some advantages she is creating for the economy. Yeah, she's creating job opportunities, right? So we can take that. Okay, so she's creating job opportunities. Eka ganna pulluvan. Then any other advantages she's creating? Yeah, she's contributing for the GDP of our country. Good. Okay, she's contributing for the GDP of our country. Then, yeah, she's concerned on the environment as well because she's using environmental friendly inputs. Correct. Yeah, good. She's utilizing the what? Local resources. Okay, then tourist hotel ganna pulluvan. Yeah, Sipa. Tourist hotel? Yeah, regional level development ekathari. Okay, tourist hotel, how we can take as an advantage for the economy. Yeah, foreign exchange, okay, fine. More than that, what's the main advantage? But tourism. She is contributing for tourism of our country, right? Okay. So those are some advantages she is creating. Okay. Then we can take another one also. She is paying 800 per day for unemployed females from her area by giving training. So by giving that amount, she is doing something for their living standard. Okay. So she is uplifting the living standard of the people. Okay, she is uplifting the what? Living standard of the people. Okay. Next. State four characteristics of a government department. Quickly say me the characteristics of a government state department. First one. A state department is established under a relevant. Yeah, again, waste management I took in concern on environment. A state department is established under what? Relevant? Hello? Relevant council. No. Relevant ministry, yes. Okay, state department starts under what? Relevant ministry. And it is 100% owned by who? 100% owned by the government, fully owned by the government. Okay, good. Then also they run on social welfare. They run on what? Social welfare. Correct. Yeah, there are no need to pay taxes. Taxes tax free. Okay, then you can take, yeah, no legality. Okay, there is no continuity. Okay, they have unlimited liability. All those are features of government department. Okay, fine. But please don't try these ones first. Huh? Give these the last priority. These ones give the first priority. Okay. Yeah, funds allocated to the government budget. That is also correct. Next, explain two characteristics in which a state corporation can be identified from a government department. So, can I know what are they asking here? Explain two characteristics with which a state corporation can be identified from a government department. Very good. They're asking the differences. How does a state corporation differ from state department? To show the differences, what you have to write in a state corporation? What you have to write? What are they expecting you all to write? Very good. They're expecting you all to write the features of state corporation. My question. For this type of question, do we need to draw the table and show the differences? What do you all say? Yes or no? But be smart. Be smart. No. Why no? What's the reason you're saying no? Why? Because if you draw a table and explain, you have to write the features of State Department again. Okay? So there is no need to write again because already you have written in the previous question. Do you think your examiner will ask the same answers twice? No, obviously not. So what are they asking you indirectly here is they are asking you all to write the characteristics of state corporation. Okay, but that feature should be connected to state department as well. Fine. So one feature we can take. These started a relevant ministry, but state corporations are started under relevant what? I said earlier, they are started under the Parliament Act. Perfect. And department 100% government owned, but corporation. But if it is corporations, maybe 100% or the majority is owned. Okay, fine. And any other things we can give for this one? Yeah, we can take the features. Legal personality is applicable, continued existence is applicable, limited liability. So those are the features. Careful. If you write, make sure you write connected to State Department features as well. Good. Alright. So is that clear then? Clear enough? Yes. Okay. All good now up to now? How many they have asked here? Two. Here two. Yeah. Do you all need a break? No. Okay, fine. Uh, yes or no? We'll finish part one and have a two tea break. Yeah. Alright. So, what is the most prevalent business establishment? So, we are discussing 2020 paper. What is the most prevalent business establishment type in Sri Lanka? Selection. Jump into the correct answer directly. Obviously, sole proprietorship. Okay, that is the most established and most prevalent majority. Okay. Next, any other question 10. Public Service Provident Fund is applicable for all permanent employees in the government sector. So I have said y'all, if you are working in any government sector, only if you are a permanent employee. What? Only if you are a permanent employee, you are eligible for funds. Okay, careful. But before being eligible for funds, there are three type of organizations where you can work. Either you can work in a state name, I'll go with this private sector also. Okay. Either you can work in a private sector or you can work in a public sector. Fine. So if you work in a private sector, can I know what do they pay as a fund for your? If you're working in a private sector, what's the fund they give you, which you are eligible? Once you retire, you can get a lump sum amount. Okay, obviously EPF. Okay, you can say ETF also, guys, but better to give EPF because ETF is applicable even for public sector. Okay, so EPF is the correct word. But public sector, okay, there's a small issue because either you can work in a state department or a state corporation or state company. So you all know if you're working in a state department, you're eligible for what? State department. Think about your school government teachers. Yes, you're eligible for a pension. But if you're working in corporation and company elsewhere, so what you are eligible for? In that time, you're eligible for provident fund. Okay, අපි කියන මොනවද? State Service Provident Fund කියලා. Okay, so this is the complete structure. But anyhow, you have to be a permanent employee. Only in that scenario, you are eligible for funds. Okay, now with that understanding, see this question. Public Service Provident Fund is applicable for all permanent employees in the government sector. Correct or wrong? Wrong. Why wrong? Can I know the reason? Why wrong? Yes, Public Service Provident Fund is applicable for private sector employees. Why it is wrong? Permanent employees also there. Correct. Then why it is wrong? Careful. It's not for all permanent employees. All permanent means it also includes state departments. Wrong. So that's the reason that is wrong. So statement A is wrong. Next. EPF is applicable for all private sector employees. Is that correct? EPF for all private sector. That is also wrong. Why? No, wrong. That's correct. That's wrong. What's the reason? Careful. If they say, yeah, applicable for all private sector, but what type of employee? Permanent, the temporary, they are silent. So I have said if it is only permanent, you can apply. So since they are silent, we don't know whether it is permanent or what? Temporary. So that is also wrong. Simply third one is the answer. Simply third one is the answer. Fine. Any fill in the blank questions? Yes, any fill in the blank question? Yes. Collective blank of partner is unlimited and therefore blank making process in such business requires a longer time than sole proprietorship. So collective blank of part is unlimited. What is unlimited in a partnership? Collective responsibility. Collective responsibility of partners are unlimited, and therefore blank making process, decision making process good of such business requires a very long time. A simple one. Uh, mm. State for limitation, guys. This one we discussed. Limitation means weakness of private limited. You can't issue shares to public. You can't sell the shares. Those ones. Okay, so the same question repeated. Sada, here, if you are an employee, only for a permanent employee, when you leave the company, they'll give you a big sum of amount. Okay, so either you can work in a private sector like sole proprietor, partner, or companies, or you can work in a public sector, a government business. If you're working in a private sector, they will pay you EPF. When you leave, they'll give a big sum of amount, which is EPF. You know what is EPF? Account if you're working in a government sector, you're eligible for three things. Not three things. You can work in three places. If you're working in a department, you get pension when you retire. If you're working in corporation or company, okay, both the places, you will get something called provident fund. Okay. So here, if you take in this question, first one, they're saying service provident fund is applicable for all permanent employees in the government sector. Wrong. Because it's not applicable for all public sector employees. It is applicable for only public sector employees who are working in corporations, companies only. All means it includes department as well. Because of that reason, it is wrong. Second one, they are saying, Balanna, EPF is applicable for all private sector employees. Wrong, ne? EPF, yes, it is applicable for private sector. All means they are saying even temporary also. No, it is applicable only for permanent private sector employees. So because of the word permanent is missing there, that statement also wrong. So that's what we went with. Clear that. Okay, fine. Now, do you all need a break? 47. AK, fine. AK, no, AK will do in financial management. Yeah. Okay, that is in grade 13 only. Yes or no? Yes. Okay, fine. Uh, now what's the time? In different devices, I get different time. Mine is here 9:30. In the lab, it's 9:33. In the phone, it's 9:32. 9:33. Fine. We'll start by 9:38. Now, 5 minutes. Okay. I didn't get you, Sima. Why statement one means? Why that's strong? That's one. Provident fund is applicable for all permanent employees in the government sector. No, all permanent means that means they are saying about department also. No, if you're working in department, you are getting pension, right? So if they are saying all public sector employees can, they are also saying department employees also wrong. It is applicable only for the employees who are working in corporations and companies only. Okay. Fine. Shall we start? Shall we start, guys? Yes. Hello. Oh, fine. Part one. Okay. So part two. Part two. Question number one. There is a question. Mention four limitations that can be seen in these type of business. I said sometimes in question number one they'll ask because they give you a scenario. So in that scenario there is a business organization they would have mentioned, so they can ask the features of those also. So that's how they have tested this question also. So mention four limitations here and weaknesses that can be seen in these type of business. So first of all, what's this type of business? What's this type of business? Sole proprietor. So they're asking me the weakness of sole proprietor. So say me some weakness of sole proprietorship business. Say me some weakness of sole proprietorship business. You all know. Yeah. Okay. If you're a sole proprietor, you had to bear the risk alone. Okay. So you have to bear the losses and all those stuff alone. Then you can't raise large amount of capital. Okay. That's another main disadvantage. Any other things? Yeah. Sometimes your decisions can be unsuccessful. Okay, because you are taking independent decision, so it can be unsuccessful. Fine. Any other things? Then you can write the other one. No legality. Okay, unlimited liability. No continued existence. Okay, so first of all, write these. Eta passe, you can include these points as well. Okay. Next, describe what is meant by a formal organization. So you all said what is formal organization in the beginning. Can you all remember? So a group of people who are working based on an organizational structure. Last one, based on a what? A group of people, organization structure, very good. Based on a common goal. Good, good, good. Next, mention four characteristics of PLC, guys. Baker, we learned name. Okay, PLC, same thing. Okay, they can issue shares to public. They can be listed in stock market. Their shares can be sold. Okay, and yeah, they had to conduct AGMs annually. That is compulsory for them. They had to publish their annual account reports. That is also compulsory. And dividends, you can connect something. What is that? Before paying dividends, they had to do what? Before paying the dividends, very good. They had to do solvency test, correct. Last year, limited liability, legal equity, and all those stuff. So, can you remember what I said? At the beginning, write the unique character. Towards the end, you can write the word common ones. Okay, fine. Define franchise business. So, fine. Now, I'll go through the definition which they have given in the scheme. Where is the definition? Okay. A particular business firm involved in providing good or service, assigning the authority of selling that good or service to another business in a particular trade zone is known as franchise. But you can make a perfect definition more than this. We can say a particular business involving in providing a good or service. Within bracket, you can write something. What is that? The business which is giving the permission to run the business. So what do you say for that person or the individual or the party? Yeah, we can say franchisor. Okay, franchisor. And authority of selling the goods and service to another business. So for this another business, we can say very good franchising in a particular trade zone. But one word is missing here. What's that word? Because I have explained you in a franchise definition, there should be key things. One is franchisor, the other one is franchising. Very good. The third word is the franchise agreement. The word agreement must be there. So try to make a definition with these three terms. Okay. So what's the next question? Describe how a listed company differs from an unlisted company. Okay. So can you say me the difference? How a listed company differs from an unlisted company. Yeah, okay. Listed company, they are registered in stock market. Okay, so the scheme is far better. Okay, so here listed company, they are registered in the stock market, but unlisted means they are not registered in the stock market. Unlisted company, they can issue shares through stock market. Whereas unlisted company, they can't issue shares through stock market. Okay, don't time, I'll explain. Fine, no worries. Okay, all right. Next one, third one, a listed company's name has the term PLC. Unlisted means they don't use the term PLC. What do they use behind their company's name? So one is registered, second one is they can issue shares to stock market, and third one is PLCs. They have the term PLC behind the name, capital. Yeah, private means they will go with the term LTD. Another feature also we can write about the market. Can anyone say me? Perfect. Okay, so if you take listed company, they have both primary market and secondary market. Unlisted, okay, they have only primary market. There is no secondary market for them. Okay, secondary market means the market where investors buy and sell. So to investors to buy and sell, they need a platform. That platform is stock market. Since unlisted are not in stock market, investors can't buy and sell among them. They to only buy through the company only. Okay, fine. Next, what's the next question we have? Okay, what is meant by a business merger? So in business merger, careful, you don't buy a company. Instead, you go and merge with another company. That's it. Okay, you don't go and buy. Buying means acquisition. Here you just go and combine with another company. That's it. So and next, name the type of integration that occurred between the above two company and describe that integration. Okay, you all say me what type of integration happened here? Primary market, Sima. Only primary market. What type? Here we'll see an airline operated by the government was integrated with a private airline named Air Alpha with the intention of increasing its market share. Okay, so Air Alpha, which is done by the government, is integrating with a private airline, it seems. So two airline combining each other, two competitors. Good. Okay, that is horizontal. Ne? So how you can explain that? You can say government airline and the private airline both are in the same industry and both are competitors. So when competitors combine, it is obviously horizontal integration. Okay. Fine. So next question. Primary market means this is the market where a thing is sold for the first time. For example, we say I'm Sami, you're buying we'll say a pen from me. So I'm the buyer, I'm the seller. I'm the seller, you are the buyer, right? So that is primary market. First time a good has been bought and sold. Now what you do is you go and sell the pen which you bought from me to one of your friend. So that market is called secondary market. Secondary market means the instrument which has been bought already has been traded once again. ඒක තමයි secondary market කියන්නේ. අපි කියන second hand market කියලා. Understood? Okay. So stock market in financial management we have studied stock market is a secondary market. That means what? The shares which has been bought by the investors from the company, the investors had to sell for other investor. To sell, they need a platform. They need a market. So they select stock market as the place to sell the shares which they have bought so that another investor will buy. So that is secondary market. Why? Because all the shares have been bought. The bought shares only has been traded once again. Okay. Next question, 2021. What's the question we have? Question 11. Section 24 of the Partnership Ordinance indicates first one, partner should be paid an interest on capital. Yes or no? No. Okay. So how much is the interest we have to pay for partners' capital? How much we have to pay for partners' capital? 0%. Mariam, zero. Only if it is additional capital, you have to pay 5%. Okay, fine. Partners are entitled for a 5% interest for the additional capital invested. Is that correct? For additional capital, you have to pay 5%? Yes, that is correct. Ne? A salary should be paid for the service? No. No salary for partner. A new partner should be admitted with the consent of one partner. No. It's all the partners. Ekat wrong. Profits or losses should be shared according to the capital ratio. No, it's a capital ratio. So profits and losses should be shared how they? Based on section 24, profits and losses should be shared how? It should be shared equally. Ne? It should be shared equally. Then take a screenshot of this. Huh? Okay, it should be shared equally. Fine. So here the answer is the second one. Then second one only the correct statement. Okay, Badunisa, take a screenshot. Fine. Okay. Okay, next here. So make it a possible given answer, but you'll study in financial management, but we'll give a try. When comparing with ordinary shareholder, a preference share, because you know there are two types of shares, name we say ordinary share and preference shares. So if you, so they are comparing ordinary with preference shares. So can I know, in this table they have given you the features. Which shares feature they have given? Ordinary, the preference. Then is the confusing question. Careful. When comparing with ordinary shares, preference shareholders are. That means they have given you the features of preference shares. So be smart and wise here. Okay. So see, preference shareholders, do they have the voting rights? Can they vote? No. Why they can't vote? Why they don't have the voting rights? Because preference shareholders can't enjoy what? Very good ownership. Since they don't have the ownership, they can't vote. Okay, so no voting rights. So obviously answer should be 3, 4, or 5. So 1 and 2 is wrong. Fine. And careful. Priority of refunding the investment in liquidation kiane when closing the company, to whom you have to pay the money back? To the preference shareholder or to the ordinary shareholders first? To whom you have to pay the money back? To the preference shareholder. Why? Because preference shareholders is like an external party. So when you close, you have to pay the money back to external parties first. Ordinary shareholders can your owners. Owners have to bear the loss until the end. The final amount only the owners will get. So obviously, preference shareholders will be what? Entitled to get the what? Priority. So they'll be prioritized when liquidating the company. So they're entitled. So we can't take third one is wrong. Fifth one is wrong. So fourth one is the answer. Priority of dividends, yes. Can I know from the profit we earn, to whom we pay the first thing from the profit? Okay, yeah, preference shareholders. But before preference shareholders, to whom we pay? Yeah, tax, leave taxes apart, leave taxes apart. Very good, Salha. First, we pay for the debt holders. Debt holders means what's the instrument they have invested here? On which instrument they have invested in our business? Very good. Debentures. Okay, debentures. So first we pay for debenture holder, then we pay for preference shareholder, and finally only we pay for the ordinary shareholder. Okay. So here, yes, they are entitled to get dividends before ordinary shareholder. So it is entitled, yes. Okay. So this we studied in chapter number 4. Okay, and also you'll study chapter number 15, which is under financial management. Okay, fine. Next, uh, fill in the blanks. Do we have any questions there? That's all then from part 1. 42, 42. Ah, write for characteristics of a business which comes under the purview of local authority. There are 4 answers. Only those 4 you can write. No any other answers you can write. What are the 4 answers? Local authority means the businesses which are owned by this municipal council, Pradesh Sabha. Careful. First one is it is administered by them. Administered means they are the people who take decision. Administered by local authority. What is second word? Second one also same. By authority same. Second one is it is owned by them. It is owned by them. Third word is what? Yeah, okay. The management is also done by them. Last one. Very good. The necessary funds, the money is allocated by this local authority only. So these are the 4 keywords. All these municipal councils, urban councils, Pradesh Sabhas, those are owned by the local authority. And that is administered by them. owned by them, and also even the funds are allocated by them. So management account, you can write maintained also. Okay, you can write both. Okay then. So these are the four keywords. Only these you have to write. No any other words are accepted. Okay. Next question number 44. State two listed and unlisted businesses for each based on ownership. Careful. Based on ownership. So say me a listed company. Listed means obviously it should be a company name, but it should be a private sector. Say me a private sector listed company. Yes. We can take public limited company. Likewise, say me a public sector listed company. Yes, you can take state companies like SLT and all. So both are in stock market, but PLC is owned by a private sector. State company is owned by public sector. Fine. Now say me example for non-listed, which is not in the stock market, but yet falls under the private sector. Yes, good. We can say private limited companies. Then another one, non-listed of government, but not in the stock market. State-owned unlisted එහෙම ගන්න පුළුවන්, but you can simply take state corporations or you can take state departments. There is also public sector, but they are also not in the stock market. Okay, so you can take that as well. Fine. Okay. Uh, Careful here because as I said, here they are talking about ownership also. You have to write a private sector business and a public sector business as well. Okay. So part two. Below are some opinions shared by Mrs. Shalika about her apparel production business. Although business which I have started by investing a small amount of money is challenging, it is subjected to a few rules and regulations in operation. All the decisions and responsibilities about the business are undertaken by myself. Even though I intend to convert this business into a partnership, my accountant stated that it is appropriate to register as a private limited company. Fine. Indicate the type of above business based on ownership. So what's the answer? Shalika, she is doing apparel business. Careful. Now, don't say sole proprietor. They are asking all based on ownership. What's a business? It's a private sector business. That's what you had right. Careful. Private sector. Okay. Now, based on the above scenario, state three reasons for classifying the business as above in A. So they're asking y'all why you are saying it's a private sector, okay, or why you are saying it's a sole proprietor business. So prove that. Why? Yeah, you can take decisions and responsibilities are taken by Shalika, simply an individual. Then what are the other things you can include? One is decisions and responsibilities. Fine. So one thing here. Very good. One is minimum rules and regulations. The second one. If it is a government sector, you have to follow the government rules and regulation. So since a private sector, you don't need to follow the what? Rules and regulations. Then, yes, you can enjoy the profits a lot and good. You can take that one also. A small amount of money invested. Okay, that's also feature. Okay, then any other things? No, right? Yeah, maybe those three reasons you can write. Okay. Describe the procedure to be followed if Shalika intends to register her business as Viana Textiles. So, can I know what are they expecting you all to write here? Shalika registering the business as Viana Textile. The process. Good, Dominti. The process. The process of registering the business name. Good. Okay. So, how many steps are there? How many steps are there? 4 steps. Okay, fine. So, we'll see the 4 steps. So, I'll go through the scheme. Where is the steps? First one, we get the what? We get the registration form from the divisional secretary. Okay. Then you have to get a report from Grama Niladari. Then you have to submit 3 documents. Okay, you have to submit the registration form. Where. Okay, you have to make the payment and the payment receipt and the report as well as the application form should be submitted to the divisional secretariat. Finally, after going through everything, divisional secretariat will give you the what? Business registration certificate. Okay. So those are the 4 steps, right? Okay. Next, name one internal and one external source of funding Shalika business can use and state one advantage of each. Internal means they're asking you a way where Shalika business can get money within the business itself. So example, Yeah, yes. Internal account, maybe she can sell her own assets. Maybe she can use her personal savings. Okay, so maybe those are the internal sources. So what's the advantage of internal sources? If you sell your asset or if you're using your savings, very good, low risk. Because you don't need to be afraid whether you have to pay or not. It's your own money. External sources, an example, kya na matter the way we can get money from external people, very good. Bank loan ganna puluvan, or maybe a loan from a known person. Okay. So those are some external sources. So one main risk of external source is what? Okay, you had to pay it back. Okay, you had to pay it back. Anyways, you have to pay it back. Okay. So one advantage gattot one advantage එකද ගන්න පුළුවන් මොනවාද of external sources. Yeah, simple. It gives a strength. It gives a financial strength for the business. Okay, so maybe we can include that. Okay, so one internal and one external. Next, state for limitation of Shalika's business means they're asking the disadvantages of. They are asking you all the disadvantages of what? Very good. Okay, they're asking you the disadvantages of sole proprietorship business. Okay, so you can write those disadvantages. Fine. So we discuss this up. Next, if Shalika expects to establish a sales outlet to her products, name the type of business combination it belongs to and explain it briefly. Same. She is a manufacturer. She is planning to establish a sales outlet. So if it is so, what type of combination is this? So she is a manufacturer and sales is done after manufacturing, ne? But all are in the same supply chain. So she is going to go and combine with the person who is next to her. So which means it's a what? Vertical. Why vertical? Same supply chain. Front means it should be vertical forward integration. Good. Okay, vertical forward integration. Simple. Okay. And you can explain why. Because both are in the same supply chain and sales outlet is something which is next to or which is forward to manufacturing business. Okay. Next. State four benefits Shalika can enjoy by converting her business into partnership. So here they are asking all the advantages of partnership business. So that also we discussed. State for advantages that can be claimed by registering a business as a private limited company compared to a partnership. So here they are asking all the advantages of what? Private limited company. Finally, this is chapter number 7. Okay. So these ones, don't think why I'm skipping because these ones we discussed earlier. Okay. So how can we explain vertical forward? So the first one you can say why it is vertical is because both the businesses are in the same supply chain. Manufacturing is also textile, selling is also textile. So both are in the same supply chain, vertical. Why it is forward is you can say since sales outlet is something which is next to a manufacturing stage. Okay, which is forward to manufacturing. So when they two combine, it is what forward integration. Okay, that's it ne, from that paper. Did we skip anything? No, right? That's all ne, from that paper. Okay, fine. 5B. 5B. Yeah, yeah, I can, Sarah. Well, 5B. That is so chapter 7, dear. Okay, fine. Next paper. Mm, 2, 5. 5. 2, 5, 2, 5. I don't know. That was sent by my coordinator. Fine. Okay, so Eka will discuss in chapter number 7. Mm, uh, so this is chapter number 8, but sorry, question number 8 is also what it's unit number 3. Yeah, so we'll do that because if not, we'll skip and go. That's what sustainability means. So sustainability runs on 3 pillars. So sustainability is first of all short term or long term. You think about the present as well as you think about the future. See, obviously it's long term. So answer should be E. It's not third or it's not first. So long term we want what? Economic, environment, and what's the next one we have? Economic, environment, and social. Name we say C kila. Social, economic, and environment. So answer number four. Okay, answer number four. Okay. Uh, here we have. Select the correct statement pertaining to sole proprietor. Registration is mandatory. No. Only if the owner's name and the business name is different. Auditing is mandatory. No. Payment of income tax is mandatory. Is that a correct statement? Payment of income tax is mandatory. Is that a correct statement? What do you all say? So no. Mindy think yes or no. Is that a correct statement? Yeah, man. Payment of income tax is mandatory there. Guys, that is no. Why? Careful. Here they are talking about sole proprietorship. They are talking about the business here. So business doesn't need to pay income tax. The tax should be paid by whom? You all know by the owner, right? Not the business. So here payment of income tax means they are saying the business had to pay tax. Completely wrong. Okay, fourth one. Adherence to local government regulations is mandatory. What do you all say? Is that correct? If you do a sole proprietor, you have to follow the government's rules. Yes or no? Obviously, yes. If you don't follow means you are doing an illegal business. Okay, so yes, that is completely correct. So fourth one is obviously correct. Family member participation is management in is mandatory wrong. Okay, yeah, you can have family commitment. Family support can be taken, but it's not mandatory. Question 14. Select the option that includes an attribute that means a feature of a company limited by guarantee. Okay. So what's the answer? Profits are not distributed by the company. What's the answer? They're asking you the feature of a limited by guaranteed company. We'll see. Okay. First one itself is the answer. Why? Because profits not distributed by the company. Yes, because they don't run on so for profit motive. So they don't give profits. Okay, yes. Limiting the number of directors to one draw. There should be two directors. There should be at least two shareholders. It's not shareholders. It is guarantors. Guarantors or we can say members. It's not shareholders. Fourth one is wrong because they don't give shares to public. And also they don't run on a business purpose. They run on social purpose. Guys, business purpose can a profit. Huh? Okay, so that is also wrong. So answer number one. Next question 50. Following are some of the facts relating to a company limited by guarantee. Following are okay, fine. So in an articles of association as per the Companies Act number 7 of 2007, guys, they are asking you all out of this, what are the information which are included in articles of association? So in articles of association, three main things are involved. What are the three main things? We'll see. What are the three main things which is mentioned? There is a lot of things, but what are the three main things mentioned in articles of association? What are three main things? One is the objectives of the company. Okay. Then you have the shareholder rights. And last one, company's objective, shareholders right. What's the last one? Management of the company. Good already. So A, B, E. First one is the answer. Okay. Objective of the company, management of the company, and shareholders' rights. Okay. So those are the three key information. Share capital is mentioned, but it's not the main information. Okay. In articles of association, the three main are these three only: rights, objectives, and management. Okay. Uh, Fill in the blanks. Yes, we have. Uh, mm, yeah, oh, everyone has done money in banking. Come on, give an answer. Sale of shares of incorporated companies involve blank firms. And firms that pledges to buy any unsold shares of an IPO involves. Okay, so this is from chapter number 7 from the topic called market intermediaries. Okay, so if you take sale of shares of incorporated companies, selling shares of incorporated companies, who does that? Who does that? Selling shares of companies, who does that? Ah, man, what's your answer? Yeah, stockbrokers. Okay, stockbrokers, share brokers. Next, the that pledges to buy any unsold shares. Not primary dealer for treasury bill and treasury bond. That is underwriters. Okay, that is underwriters. Okay. So this obviously from chapter number 7. Okay, fine. There's another question. Question 15. Question 15, answer number 1. A, B, E. Question 39. Acquisition of a rubber plantation company by a rubber glove manufacturing firm is an example for. So rubber plantation here. So plantation falls here. And glove manufacturing is after plantation. So acquisition of a rubber plantation company by a rubber glove manufacturing firm. So glove is going to purchase plantation. So what is that? Forward or backwards then? Obviously vertical because both are in the same supply chain. Both are selling rubber. So you can see here the glove company is going backward. So that is backward. Back. And acquisition of a rubber glove company by the same firm is an example form. Okay. Now there's another glove company. They two are what? Getting combined or they are purchasing. What is that then? Same level. Wrong. That is marketing company. Sorry. Yeah. Okay. Hold on. Chuttaki. Okay, so now marketing means what? After manufacturing gloves only, we can go and market, right? So here this one you have marketing. So marketing comes in the third stage. First is plantation, the raw material. Second one is manufacturing. Third one is selling. So now what's happening? Acquisition of a rubber glove marketing company by the same firm. Now the glove company is buying the marketing company. So what is that thing? What type of integration? Earlier, Glove purchased plantation. Now, Glove is purchasing the marketing company. That is forward. Okay, so that is forward. Simple opposite. Okay, forward. But careful, you have to write the word vertical as well. Vertical forward, backward integration and vertical forward integration. So simply, Glove company, the first scenario is purchasing the plantation, which is behind it. And then they are going and purchasing the marketing, which is next to the. Okay, fine. Uh, any short answers? No. Fine. Part 2. Name two other statutes that affect a partnership in Sri Lanka except for Partnership Act number 1890. Can you all say me another word for these statutes? That's a lot. What's the other word for statutes? Statutes can guys act. Okay, they're asking all another two acts apart from Partnership Ordinance of 1819. So say me some other acts connected to partnership apart from 1819. Yes, you can take the Companies Act. No. They're asking the act here. You can take the Companies Act number 7. Then you can take the Prevention of Fraud Ordinance Act. Okay, then what are the other acts we have? Yes, Business Name Ordinance. But guys, you have to write the act number also. Huh? So those are the acts they're expecting you all to write here. Then there's another one act also. Anyone knows that? Which is of 1905 year. Any genius? That is the Limited Liability Act. But it's not practiced in Sri Lanka. Okay. Next, write four characteristics that can be observed in a cooperative business sector. So they're asking all the characteristics of a cooperative business. So say me some characteristics of cooperative business, please. Say me some characteristics of cooperative business. Characteristics, yes, not the advantages, characteristics. Cooperative business, okay, characteristics. Yeah, you can say they are democratically controlled, they are running on social welfare purpose. Okay, then you can write, yeah, they have voluntary ownership. Okay, then democracy only one vote for one member. Then what are other things you can say? They sell products at a very low price. They are independent. Okay, they get government support a lot. Then they have limited liability, legality. Okay, continued existence. Very good, Amir. Important one. They also have patronage fund. Okay, so where the profits are distributed among the owners itself. Okay, so those are the features. So you can mix both advantages and policies and write the features. Next, indicate two advantages of a limited liability company. So what are the advantages of a limited liability company? They are not asking public or private. Both the companies, what's a common advantage you can see? Think wisely. Collective ownership, that is correct for corporate. Yeah. Yeah, okay, careful. Main advantage of limited liability you have to write is careful. First one, they have limited liability. This advantage. Then you can write they have legality because anyway it's gonna be a company. Then you can write perpetual succession. So these are the unique concepts they're expecting from you all. Okay, fine. So they are not asking whether it is private or public here. Next, B. According to the Companies Act number 7 of 2007 in Sri Lanka, indicate the mandatory requirement to be included in the names of listed and private company. Okay, you all say me. If it is a listed company, behind the company's name, we have to add what? Listed. If they are in stock market, yes. Just write PLC. If it is a private company, if it is a private company, yeah, you have to include the term PVT within bracket LTD. Fine. And both should be included in Companies Act number 7 of what? 2007. Okay, so that's the main thing, the name. Okay. Yeah, I missed the question. This one. Indicate two advantages a franchisee enjoys, franchisee or franchisor for the first one. First one is franchisor or franchisee. Franchisor. Okay, so it's gonna be franchisor, the owner. What are the advantages a real owner gets? Okay, so say me some advantages a real owner gets through franchise business. Yeah, you can expand without any investment. Good one. Then your business, you're the real owner, but you can see branches in many countries. Very good. You will get royalty payments. Okay, then recognition. Good. Fine. Now careful, right? To disadvantages a franchisee faces because guys, how they have tricked you here is easy questions. Because during the exam stress, you may think both are franchisee kid, but careful. Here they're asking you a disadvantage, but of a franchisee. Okay, so what are the disadvantages a franchisee gets? One is getting the franchise license is part costly and they have to pay regular royalty payment. Oh yeah, they can't make independent decision. They have to be dependent. Okay, then you can take what operating the franchise is part of what risk. It's not at all easy. Yeah, you have to follow strict rules and regulations. Okay, so those are some disadvantages. You get low profit here in the back because in franchise sometimes you earn a high profit. Okay, this was a new question they asked. Define what is meant by restructuring of public sector enterprises and state for objectives that a government expects to achieve through it. Have you ever come across the word something called restructuring anywhere? No? No. Restructuring means you can see through the word itself, guys. You are making a change. Okay, you are making a change. That means earlier there were some errors in that organization. Now you are planning to make a change by changing the word structure. Simply removing the employees and hiring new employees, having a good management, doing auditing. That is what restructure here. Okay, so you're making a small what a new plan to your business. Okay, so that's what our government also did. Where's the answer? Here. Restructuring of public enterprise is a deliberate change in the structure, ownership, and process of public sector organization. So restructuring is mostly done for public sector business only. Okay. So some government they have the opposite. They don't restructure. They think that it's very ineffective. We can't make a change. So what they do instead of restructuring, because the present government they focus on restructuring, they plan how to make a change, but there are some, for example, if you take our previous government during Ranil Wickremesinghe's period, we didn't restructure. If we feel that a government business is inefficient, what was their motive? There are two solutions: either you can restructure or simple, you privatize. Okay, privatization. Either government can sell that property to a private sector, you operate Kela, or maybe they can take their responsibility and then they can make a change. Okay, fine. So what are the objectives? Simple. You can reduce the fiscal burden and raise funds. It will improve the competitiveness and efficiency. You can introduce new technology towards it. Okay, then it will develop an enterprise culture and most importantly, a good corporate governance. Proper management, proper decisions are taken, always think about the future of the business. Okay, so those are some objectives why they do this restructuring. Okay, yeah, it will increase the benefit for the customers. Correct. That's all from that paper. That's all from that paper. Yeah. Okay. So 2023. Any questions? Yeah. Yeah. In a partnership, limited partners are recognized by who are limited partners. So there are around 10 types of partners. Limited partners mean the main thing is their liability is limited. That's the most important thing of a limited partner. So obviously, second one is wrong, third one is wrong. Either first one, fourth one, or fifth one. What about the management? Do they involve in management? That's a question here. Yes or no? Limited partners mean, guys, usually in a partnership, partners' liability is unlimited. But in a limited partner, those partners' liabilities are limited. If the business goes bankrupt, only the amount they have invested will be sacrificed. They won't pay any extra amount from their pocket. Okay. So limited liability partners, yes, they have limited liability and they don't involve in management. Answer number 5. Okay. So they don't participate in decision making a lot. Next. Articles of association shows details of issue of shares, power, and duties of directors. True or false? What do you say? Articles of association shows shall show the powers and the duties of directors. Yes or no? Who are the directors? Okay, what are the powers they have? Okay, how many shares are being issued? Yes or no? True or false? False. Think wisely. Main information only objective management and all those stuff. But more than that, there are other information also in articles of association. So is that correct here? Yes, that is correct. Statement D is correct. Yes, they also talk about shareholders' rights and responsibilities, directors' rights and responsibilities, not only shareholder. They even talk about directors as well. B. Certificate of incorporation shows the details of shareholders' voting rights, rules and regulations. Is that correct? Certificate of incorporation means when you incorporate your company, they give you a certificate saying that your company is incorporated. So in that, you don't see the shareholders' rights, rules, regulation. In that, they will say your company name, when did you register, how much you paid, what's your registration number, your signature, that's it. It's like a simple certificate. Okay. So statement B is wrong. So answer here is only A is correct. Only A is correct. First one is the answer. Okay. Any other questions? Fill in the blanks. That's all from part one. Is that all from part one? Question 38. 38B. Okay. Conversion of two companies into a single entity is named as? Two companies are combined into one company now. What do you say for that? It's not about buying. Two companies are, it's not about buying. Careful. Two companies are being together and they're acting as one. That is merger. Okay, that is merger. Next, whereas one company being purchased, okay, purchased only acquisition. Purchased only acquisition. Okay, yeah. Part 2. So question 10 is option 1, right? Only A is correct, yeah, option 1. Okay. Uh, okay. State for limitations of sole proprietor we discussed. That means the weakness of sole proprietorship business. Then if Rasika develops a web-based software, where state whether that belongs to a good or a service. That is question chapter number 1. Right to advantages of a private limited company compared to a sole proprietorship. Be smart. Now say me some advantages of private limited by comparing with the sole proprietor. We'll see. Be smart. Earlier we were comparing with public limited. Now you have to see a feature which is not in sole proprietor, but it is there in what? Private limited. We'll see. Very good. Okay. Now you can write something like limited liability, legality, perpetual succession. Because these are some unique advantages of private limited compared to sole proprietor. Okay. Next, state separately the minimum number of directors to be appointed for a PLC and a private limited company. For a PLC minimum, how many directors we need? For a PLC minimum, how many directors we need? Minimum two. Good. For a private limited, minimum how many we need? Minimum we need one. Okay. What about the maximum for both the companies? Maximum for both the companies, it's unlimited. It's unlimited. Okay. Next, name for documents needed to be submitted to the register of companies to incorporate Rasika's business as a private limited company. Okay. So say me some what this one documents which we have to submit. Yeah, most important document is what? The most important one. If you want to register, the most important one you have to submit is articles of association. Eh? What are the other documents? The application form. Good. Then, then name approval. Okay, name approval. Whether your company name is approved, that form also you have to what, submit. Then you have to submit two letters. Ne? What are the two letters you submit? Two letter. We say consent letter kiela. So we submit two consent letter. Very good. Okay, one is consent letter of the director. The other one is the consent letter of the what secretary. Okay, so these are the two letters we submit. True copies of interims are cooperative, not companies dear. Okay. Next, what's the question? You have typed it, so you have missed this question, Kayla. What's the question? I have missed. Question 2-1 we did right. Okay, okay. This yummy yogurt. Fine, fine, fine. Indicate the legal requirement Amali should adhere based on each of the following aspect. Okay, fine. No, no, yeah, you can give concern later in short term. Fine. So, business registration. So they are saying how you had to do the business registration. So you all know it. So Amali, so she is doing the business as Yummy Yogurt. So you can say her business name and her full name is completely different. So since the name are different, they have to be registered under business name ordinance. Okay, then percentage of employee contribution for ETF. So how much they have to contribute for ETF? How much? ETF, ETF, not EPF, ETF. ETF, it's 3%. Yeah, it's 3%. And who should contribute it? Who should contribute it? Employee or employer or both? It's always the employer, the boss only had to contribute. Good. And also, next, state whether Yummy Yogurt firm is liable to pay income tax or not. What do you all say? Yummy Yogurt, are they liable to pay income tax? Yes or no? Carefully answer. Just because it's a business scale, you can't say they are liable to pay income tax. Think wisely. Are they liable to pay income tax? Yummy Yogurt. Yes or no? Same question we did. Similar question. Guys, it's no. Why? Because Yummy Yogurt is a sole proprietor. So sole proprietors don't pay taxes on the business name. So yeah, they're saying whether Yummy Yogurt. No, it's not Yummy Yogurt. Amali is liable to pay the income tax. So here you have to say no. We don't agree because sole proprietor businesses don't pay income taxes. Instead, the owner only had to pay the income tax. Because why? Because sole proprietorship, they don't have legal personality. Okay, fine. So is that clear then? I hope this question is done. Eh? Clear enough? Yes, yes, yes. Answer yes. It's clear, eh? Okay, good. Next, question two we did. 2-1 we did. Limitation of sole proprietor. Second one is entrepreneurship chapter. Question 5. A business strategy that a company uses to take control of the entire supply chain. What is that? I said any combination that happens in the supply chain. Okay, from start to end. What is that? Ekapikina vertical integration. It's not about forward or backward. They are saying the full business, the full supply chain is integrated. So obviously it's vertical integration. Okay, fourth one. Yeah, fourth one, third. Third, ne? Fifth one, third. Fourth one, now only I'm going to discuss. Okay. No, horizontal means horizontal means it should be same industries. Okay, same supply chain means obviously but vertical. Okay, question 4. What is the minimum number of shareholders required to form a private limited company in Sri Lanka? How many? How many shareholders we need? Okay, wait, I'll come for 23 paper. Okay, we need earlier minimum how many shareholders are needed to start a private limited company. What's your answer? 1 or 2 or 3 or 7 or 10? It's 1. If it is public limited, if it is public limited, if it is public limited, it is 2. Okay. Public means 2, private means 1. Okay. So say the question. Define product franchises. Right. So what is a product franchise? Kya hai? In this franchise business, the franchisor gives the permission only to what? Only to very good. Only to sell the product. That means you can't manufacture. You can't use the same layout. You can only sell the product. Okay. Example, where you can buy from their company and sell with their brand name, but you can't manufacture here. You can't manufacture in Sri Lanka. Yes, petroleum. Okay, Bata slippers. Yes. So we purchase from the real owner and we sell in the same brand. We don't make any alteration in their quality or anything. Okay. The Nike shoes, correct. Uh, next. If I'm skipping any questions, let me know. Okay. Fill in the blanks. A partnership agreement could be either in verbal or written. Copy or implied forms. According to Partnership Act of 89. In the absence of partnership agreement, profit should be blank divided. So if there's no agreement, what does partnership ordinance says? The profit should be divided equally good. The profit should be divided equally. Next question. A company limited by blank does not issue shares. So if you see the word company limited by, obviously it is what? Guaranteed. That does not issue shares and its primary purpose will not be making what? Many would write social welfare. It's profits. Yeah, their motive is not to earn profits. So that's what you have to write here. Okay, profits. Uh, any short answers? No. Part two question. Okay. Write for benefits that Kalana and Akbar. Four. Okay, thank you. Indicate 2 reasons why foreign fast food franchises should be considered as competitors to Amanda's business. So they're asking why foreign fast food franchise business is competitor to Amanda's business. So what does Amanda does? Amanda is also doing a fast food outlet. She sells healthy organic food while accepting orders through online. So she's selling a large volume of organic food, it seems. Okay, fine. So now why they are saying how for foreign fast food franchise, that means like KFC, Pizza Hut, how they can be a competitor? How? What are the reason they can be a competitor? Okay, Amanda, she is running a restaurant, fast food outlet. How KFC, Pizza Hut, and they can be a competitor for them? Simple, guys. Simple reason. Okay, now I'll say you another reason. The Amanda's fast food chain. For Amanda's fast food chain, will say IOC be a competitor. That is also foreign franchise company. No, why can't? It is a foreign franchise name. Why can't? Okay, you got the answer. Why we say foreign fast food franchise business is a competitor for Amanda is because both of them are selling the same product. Both of them are in the same industry. Correct. Okay. So what first reason you can say why they are competitors is yes, both of them are selling the same product, which is fast food. Another one, both are in the same industry. Another reason, one said, both are fast food. That means same customer taste and preference. So because of that reason only, fast food restaurants, foreign fast food restaurants can be a competitor for Amanda. Okay, fine. Rightful benefits Kalana and Akbar can enjoy by forming the business as partnership. So they're asking the advantage of partnership. Huh? Okay. Next, indicate two advantages Kalana and Akbar can obtain by registering their business as a partnership under the business name ordinance Act number 6 of 1918. A good question. So say me the advantages we get when our business name is registered. What are the advantages we get when our business name is registered? What are the advantages we get when our business name is registered? One is very good. Our business name will be recognized. Okay, we can get a good recognition. Then, yeah, it will be easy for us to get financial support. Even if you go for the bank, bank will give you some priority. Then, uh, ability to publish the name. Yeah, that means yeah, ek ganna puluwan. That means you can publish the name in the what? In your company, not in your company, in your business premises. Then, any other thing? It will ease. Okay, will ease the administration process. For example, if you want to write a check or if you want to obtain a bank loan, so it will be easy for you all. Okay. Yeah, government support. Yeah, ganna puluwan. You can get a government support and identity. Ekat hai. Okay, it gives a unique identity for the business. Correct. Okay. Business existence also fine. Somewhat. Uh, Next. Indicate the main criteria to be followed when admitting a new partner for a partnership in the absence of a partnership deed. You all know. If there is no partnership deed, if you're going to recruit a new partner, what's the condition? All the partners must agree. Not majority. All the partners must agree. Only if all the partners agree, yeah, consent of all the partners. If they agree, only consent of all the parents, it's okay. Only if all the partners agree, you can recruit. If not, you can't. Okay, fine. Next, uh, explain four key ways that differentiate a partnership from a private limited. මේක අපි චුට්ටක් attempt කරමු. So partnership here, so difference නේ, it's better to draw a table. Then you have a private limited. So say me the difference between a partnership and a private limited. Yeah, partnership has limit unlimited, sorry, and private has limited. Okay? You can talk about liability. Fine. Then what's the other difference we can write? Yeah, maybe in partnership you don't have legality, no legality. Here you have legal personality. Here there is no perpetual succession. Yes, you have perpetual succession. Okay. Then in partnership, any other things? Yeah. Here in partnership, no shares are issued. You don't issue shares, but here we issue shares. Okay. Then partnership is started under business name ordinance, but private limited is started under what? Companies Act. Okay. Then you can write partnership minimum 2, maximum 20. Private minimum 1, maximum 50. And partnership, there is no directors, there is no board of directors. Here, yes, there is a board of directors. Okay. Can't sell shares, but they're issuing shares. Thing. So for the 50 shareholders, thing, they're issuing shares. In partnership, there is no any share issues like that. Thing. Okay. So that's a difference. Now you have to draw through a table and you have to explain it. Next one. State for limitations of private limited. So this is the third time they are testing this question. Weakness of a private limited company. I don't know, they have a personal grudge with that. No. Private limited, minimum shareholders 1 year, maximum 50. For public only minimum 2, maximum is infinite, unlimited. Okay, shareholders, it's 1. Okay. Uh, it's processing. Okay. Okay, fine. The last paper, right? So guys, that's all. Ne? Have I missed any questions? No, right? I think 25, that was a good question. Yes, the question. Question 10. Say me the answer, we'll see. Well, what's the answer? a business merger means. Okay, fine. So, but okay, fine. Fifth one is the answer. Good. Fifth one is the answer, but I want the answer for other ones also. We'll see. Closing down some of the business operations is called as what? Closing down of some of the business operations. Ah, no, not acquisition. Closing, man. You're closing a business part. Ah, very good, Sarah. We say downsizing. Downsizing. Good. Then acquiring a business by another business. One business is purchasing another business. ඒක තමයි acquisition. That is only acquisition. Fine. Next. Expanding your product portfolio. Nestle, they sell chocolates, they sell confectionery items, they sell cosmetics. So what do we say for that one? Anyone? Expanding your product. So we say no, no, that is called product expansion කියලා කියනවා. And next one, market portfolio. Here you are increasing your customer base. For example, Pepsi, they purchase Pioneer in Africa. If you take Sampath Bank, they combine with a bank in Bangladesh. Yeah, we say market expansion. Good, good, market expansion. Then two business combining is what? Obviously, mergers. Okay. Four. Here we have. Question 40. The National Credit Guarantee Institution Limited in Sri Lanka also is owned by what? Question 40. What's the answer? So this is a place where they give guarantee or they give loans for small sector business. So this is owned by both public private sector. අපි කියනවා triple P කියලා. That means public private partnership. So both public and private sector get together and run this organization. Okay, so this is owned by both public and private. Okay, then fill in the blanks. Yes, it's not chapter 4, but we'll give a try. Here, as a partnership does not have a separate legal entity. ඒක අපි දන්නවානේ. Liabilities of partners are unlimited. Okay, liabilities of partners are unlimited. So here, sending an annual financial report to shareholders is an example for, okay, it's not this chapter, but we'll give a try. What type of communication media is that? Sending annual financial report to shareholders. It's written, it's written, it's written communication media. Okay, but just leave it as communication chapter. Since the word shareholders there, we have classified under chapter number 4. Okay. Short answers තියෙනවා. State 4 ways in which a sole trader can raise capital for a startup. Think you're gonna start a business. What are the ways you can use? You can use your personal savings. You can obtain a bank loan. Good. Then what are the other ways? Yeah, you can get the help of a venture capital. Okay, venture capital help එකක් ගන්න පුළුවන්. Maybe you can sell your assets. Maybe your car or maybe a vehicle. Okay, sorry, maybe a house. Yeah, maybe family support or family savings. Okay, those are the ways. Next, mention 4 types of cooperative businesses in Sri Lanka. This was a tricky question, guys, because after they did the paper, many of them asked questions on this one only. So, what's the answer for this? It's not clear here. Eh? Shit. So, what are the types of cooperatives in Sri Lanka? We'll see your attempt in this. If cooperative, you all know they are into different sectors, ne? They are into many sectors. So, what do you all say? Mention 4 types of cooperative businesses in Sri Lanka. Yeah, man. Not that one. Not primary, those ones. Ah, good. Okay. So, very good. So, if you take this cooperative, they are into banking. Cooperative banks are there. Okay. Then cooperative insurance is there. Then agriculture cooperative. Then fisheries cooperatives. Then you have multi-purpose cooperative. Credit cooperative. Okay. So, these are the types of cooperative businesses. Okay. So make a note. Maybe is this something new for your industrial also good. Okay. Uh, Next question, part two. A good one. How does a partnership agreement differ from a partnership deal? Okay, guys, careful. Partnership agreement means it is simply terms and conditions exchanged between partners. It can be written, it can be verbal, it can be implied also. But partnership deed means what? Another word for partnership deed, please, can anyone say me? Another word for partnership deed? Very good. Partnership deed means the written form of partnership agreement is called as partnership deed. The written form of what? Partnership agreement is known as partnership deed, because partnership agreement, if it wants to be a written form, there should be a document. The document only we say partnership deed. Yeah. Okay, so that's what you want to differ here. You have to say partnership agreement. If a partnership agreement is in written form, for that only we say partnership deed. So if I say like that, is that correct? All partnership agreement are not partnership deed, because it can be written, it can be verbal or implied. But if all partnership deed are partnership agreement, true ne? Partnership deed kya hai? That's a written agreement. So yes, written agreement is a part of partnership agreement. Okay, fine. Next, last one. State two benefits a partnership deed to the business. So simply, what are the advantages we get when we have a written agreement? So what are the advantages we have? Yes, good, Mariam. We can say there's a source of evidence. Okay, then you can conduct the business activities very smoothly. And if there's any conflict, you have a solution. Okay, so those are some advantages, and it will develop confidence among the partners. Yes, correct, correct. Kauda Sima, correct. Okay. Uh, Next, indicate two reasons. Yeah, correct, Sarah. Why Aisha and Ruvini registered their partnership under business name Origins? Okay, so you would know the reason why they had to register, because those two buggers are starting the business in a different name relative to the owner's name. So that's the reason they are registering. Okay. Why? So you can see business name orange has been repeated almost 4 or 5 times. Okay, have a note in that. Explain why it is necessary to register the business. No, it won't give a legal recognition. Huh? Explain why it is necessary to register the business which is mentioned in the above case in the Department of Labor. Why they have to register the business in Department of Labor? We'll read the Aisha and Ruvini established a small scale partnership. This business sells traditional handicraft items using local raw material. The partnership was registered under business name ordinance as Nirmani and for other legal requirements. It was registered with the Department of Labor. Why they had to register in Department of Labor? Can I know the reason? Why this business had to be registered in Department of Labor? What may be the reason? Business name ordinance, okay, fine. Very good. To obtain government support, no. Why you are going in register in Department of Labor? Because there are laborers in the organization. There are employees working. So if employees are working in your organization, obviously you have to register them. Okay, why you have to register? Then only you are eligible for this EPF and ETF. Because obviously in any places, if employees are working as a owner, you have to pay them EPF and ETF. So to before paying that, you have to register your employees. Okay. So see the scheme here. Your scheme is not clear. Okay. So one reason why we have to go and register is because this business needs employees. For these employees, they had to pay salary, they had to pay EPF and ETF. Okay. To pay that, to get that right, first of all, they have to register the employees. So obviously they have to be registered in Department of Labor. Okay. Fine. Next. Right to limitations of partnership compared to a private limited company. Again, okay, now they are saying the weakness of a partnership compared to a private limited company. Okay, so again you can say no legality, no personality, no perpetual succession. Okay, no but unlimited liability. The same thing you can repeat for the second time. They have tested this question up. And next, Name the category to which this partnership belongs to as per the name of production, as per the nature of production, according to this business classification, providing a reason for that. So this business falls under which sector, nature of production, primary or secondary or tertiary? What do you say? Primary means anything connected with nature. Secondary means they are manufacturing. So here, yes, they are manufacturing. Handicrafts can those artistic items like mask and all those stuff. So they're manufacturing. So obviously they fall under what? Secondary. Why secondary? You can prove since they manufacture. They use the low raw materials and they're manufacturing a final product. So that's the reason they are falling under what? Secondary sector. Okay. So that's it. Did I miss any questions? Is that all then? They're asking for two reasons. Sure. Yeah, you can write the advantages. One you can say is yeah, the business name and the owner's name are different. And maybe you can write another reason why they are registering is maybe as the advantages to get a recognition, okay, to increase the public trust, to obtain the government support. You can write any advantages as another reason. But main reason should be owner's name and business name are different. Okay. So guys, that's it then. We'll meet next week with unit number 5. Okay. So bye. Sir, can we put legal recognition kera liyan ne padiya. Okay, just give it gives recognition kera. Legal recognition can it can fall under legal personality. So ek chuttak menas. Okay, so don't include the word legal. Okay. Okay, bye, bye, bye. Thank you, Mariam. Bye. Yeah, we have classes. Bye. Thank you. Good night. God bless you. Bye.